Haha, there we go. Right, that's that working. Let's get you lot working. So, welcome everybody to Damage Does D&D. This is our as yet unnamed campaign, which should be called, Investigators, but, whatever. Without further ado, welcome back everybody. I will pass you across to our wonderful DM. So, Martin, it's all yours.
Welcome and good evening. Last time, 2 weeks ago now, 3, can't remember, it's been so long, the party had left the comfort of Cantisha heading west towards Greconoria. Their first interaction was with Grandmaster Stanyard, who'd approached the party seemingly unbeknown to the rest of the Mage Council of Cantisha, told them a story of things yet to come and asked them to get what information they could from the person they're tracking down and then to kill them. The party then move on across the border into Dragon Country, where they're funneled into a bit of a chasm between some cliffs and, of course, confronted and forced to defeat some blue kobold living in the area. They begin to flee. Mazdak mercilessly cuts one down as they are retreating. And they carry on. When Mazdak asks his pen pal if that was the wrong thing to do, the book responds, "No, but be careful." They end up making their way to Notem, the first town on their journey, ruled by a blue dragon, who's later found out to be relatively passive. They pay their respects to the dragon and go and find somewhere to stay for the evening. They look around and have a chat and have a conversation with a local tour guide by the name of Balroy, a copper dragonborn. Gives him a bit of information about the area and is paid with gold and some beer. He advises that they try to skirt around the next town, which, I can remember what that's called. Contarara, thank you. It's written somewhere in my notes. Ran by Contarara, the red dragon, young and feisty. Advising to just skirt past the town. You don't need to get involved in that. So the party head south and west a little bit. And when they see the town in the distance, they also see a dirt path that heads off to their right, heading around the north side of the town. So they decide to take it and find their way to a campsite where there's another traveller, just happened to be camping there. A mature student wizard by the name of Trenel. And then camp begins, and watches, I think, were set before anyone goes to bed. Mazdak asks his book whether this is a trap, which the book responds, obviously a trap. And that's where we left. So over to you.
So, quick question, who's still awake? I'm assuming we're all still awake, or is it just, or have we just got into our first set of watches?
I think you had agreed to do the last watch, so I was assuming if you're still awake, then it's before anyone goes to sleep.
So,
also, Bernia, who was very quiet in the last episode, is still with you.
All right, okay.
They
just going to Dalen.
Yes.
I haven't travelled very much, apart from obviously with you, so I'm a bit confused. Does this feel safe?
No.
I think it's a trap.
I said earlier that it would make sense that this was some sort of way of waylaying people. if everybody modes to skirt the city or the town round the northern point, then this would seem the obvious place to ambush people.
What should we do?
We should prepare for an ambush.
Okay. How?
If you have any alarms you can put up, you have that alarm thing, don't you?
Yes, of course. Right, yes. I can do that.
And we build a nice fire and keep watch and be prepared to fight.
I've got a 20-foot cube that I can do. So as long as we're all in, or...
Yeah, 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot, that'd be more than enough.
Whoa, 4-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yep.
It goes through time as
Yeah,
well.
it's a cube, isn't it? It's not a square, it's a cube.
So I think I'll just stick with 3 dimensions, but I will skip out with my string and just go round the campsite, getting as much of it in as possible.
I think you said you had already done that at the end of that section. No, that's fine. I only remember because I had to rewatch parts of it to try and prompt my memory.
Okay.
Because the other guy in the camp, you specifically said to not worry about him, just to get you guys.
Okay, yes, that's right. Sorry, I should have watched.
No, that's fine.
Right. Okay. So the alarm is set, and I will go to sleep. I think probably, and I will sort of very carefully just quick look in the book just in case there's any other warnings or anything in the back of the book. If not,
yep, blank page.
I will close the book, put it in the normal position, arms folded across my chest on the book, and go to sleep.
Okay.
Was I taking first watch? I don't remember.
Can't remember, but you can decide between you now.
I'm happy to take first watch.
Okay.
Wake me when you need me.
Okay. So you're staying put. Okay, so Sasha, if you're staying up, then make a perception check. Thank you.
13.
13. It's a nice still night. Right, I should have dice. Are they important? Maybe.
Probably.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I can see the dice. Yeah. It's a nice still night.
Awesome. So when I asked earlier if everybody was ready, it was a lie.
Yes, I
was mentally ready.
Okay, cool.
I rolled my dice very quickly, thank you.
That's fine. They know who they are. The liars.
Yeah, so it seems like a nice quiet night. You can hear some rustling coming from the other tent. The other guy is still awake.
I'll be sharpening my greatsword.
Okay. Chaz, the banner on the bottom of the stream is showing the other campaign characters.
So it is. I do apologise.
Thank you for that, Seismic Puddle.
Yeah. Right, I'll sort that out. You carry on doing what you're doing.
So yeah, you go and sharpen your sword, and time passes. Eventually, noise dies down on the other side of the camp.
Galen.
Yes.
I believe it's your turn.
Thank you, sister.
Keep vigilant.
And I will sit and watch. Occasionally take a walk around the camp. And just keep an eye out.
Is the alarm visible Mazak?
It's a very tiny silver string, so probably not in the dark.
Do you know exactly where the alarm has been set, Dalen?
It doesn't go off if
Oh, I
people.
can choose who goes off.
You
who sets
can,
it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And
Fair enough.
I would have excluded all of us, but not the guy in the other tent.
That to us by the first time he set it.
Fair enough. Yeah, we can avoid that calamity then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can take a walk around if you want to make a perception check.
Okay. That's non-natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although, as you've sort of awoken and been moving around a bit, you can tell it's a really still night. There's not much wind. But you start to pick up just a little bit of rustling from several points around the camp, around the outside.
Does it sound more than sort of animals rustling around in bushes? The sort of thing where you'd expect a small animal to brush against a bush rather than a big animal lying down ready to shoot a crossbow at me.
You'd have to have a very trained ear, I think, to tell the difference.
Do you want me to do a survival check to see if I can?
Yeah, make it a survival.
That's an 18.
Okay. It's not small animals.
Okay.
Let's
I will then go around and quietly wake everyone up and say, prepare yourselves. I hear noises in the bushes.
Oh, right, okay. So
And
everyone's
I would like to, if I can identify roughly where one of the noises is coming from, I'd like to drop a sacred flame on it.
okay. Sacred Flame is a dex check, isn't it?
It is, yes. Rather than sit around and wait to be attacked.
Normally, if it was an attack roll, I'd obviously just make you roll at disadvantage, but I'm not sure.
You could do a chill touch instead if you want, which is an attack roll.
Yeah, that might. Yeah. Just for the sake of ease, because it's difficult to determine exactly where the noise is coming from.
Natural 20 for 27.
A disadvantage.
Oh no, that wasn't a disadvantage. No. Oh, you're kidding me! A natural 1.
as Daly woke me up, I would cast Mage Armor upon myself.
Yeah, cool. Is anyone else doing anything? Sasha, I think you gestured that you'd got your sword at the ready. Bernia, you doing anything?
Probably kind of waking up, kind of looking around a bit. Confused.
So it all goes quiet for a second. For a few more seconds.
Can I? Are there any? Did I notice Dalen doing this cast?
Oh,
Yeah.
A skeletal hat would have gone shooting out into one of the bushes, and
Okay, then following that, I will Eldritch Blast into the same bush.
Okay. You can make an attack roll as well at disadvantage.
That's going to go well then. Oh, that's a shame. See, the first one was an 18. The second one, however, is an 8 because I rolled a 3.
Similar, it kind of just disappears into the darkness.
so not only am I trying to start the fight if they're out there, but I'm also trying to warn people off. Sort of, don't come here. We'll fuck you up, basically.
Have the trees upset you?
There are noises all around us in the bushes, bigger than small animals. I thought a few warning shots might make them think twice.
Oh, that was warning shots. I see. Good. Yes, I meant to. Yeah, that was a warning shot. Yes.
I'll just kind of look in the direction that they're all barraging.
Could I do an intimidation check and say, you out there in the bushes, if you want to fight, come and get it. If you want to die, otherwise move on.
Okay. You can make an intimidation check.
17.
Okay.
Not
As
brilliant.
you say again?
Not brilliant.
As you say this, there is a flash of light as the torch is lit in that direction, followed by another one, and another one, and another, and another, until you realize you are surrounded. Torches have been lit in every direction around this camp.
Oh dear. So, how can we help you?
There's a through the between the two of the torches emerges a figure. Well, that is the question.
Is it the same guy we recognise?
No,
No.
no. This is a dragonborn, but with the dragon dial turned up to 15.
Oh, okay.
This is an enormous dragonborn, 7 foot probably, red scales, if you can tell the colour in the dim light. And the features, the scales are tough and jagged, and the sharpened features are just enormous. It's demonic looking dragonborn that emerges.
I'm just gonna move behind Dalen.
That depends on what.
Well, I think you have disrespected me.
How have I disrespected you?
You come visit this country and you do not come by our town to pay your respects to me.
There was no disrespect meant. We were told this was the correct path to take to our destination.
Sorry, 2 ticks. Well, you should know, anybody visiting this country should know that you always go through the towns to pay your respects to the dragons.
You are Conterara then?
You have heard of me then,
But of course, you are mighty and well known.
and still you disrespect me.
It was not our intention. And I will bow deeply.
This figure walks up with just the confidence of a battery found in a pocket, and with the confidence of someone who just owns the land that you are standing on. Well, at least you can pay some. You are capable of paying respects.
But of course, how may we do this for you?
And they just sort of get uncomfortably close. Just sniff at you, Dalen. Magic. But divine.
Yes.
Okay. Do your friends not want to introduce themselves?
And I'll just turn and give them, while my back's facing him, I'll give him a face. And
I am Sasha
I'll turn
Hartwood.
back with a stony face.
I am Sasha Hartwood, Contarara. It is a pleasure to meet you. I've heard many things about you.
All bad, I hope.
Depends on who's hearing them.
Takes another big inhalation. And you? Looking at you, Banya.
I am Bernia Ingamdottir of Velaya. It is a pleasure to be walking in your beautiful lands.
But there is one that hides still.
I will step out. Hi, I'm Mazdak. You're very tall. Also, your scales are very, very beautiful. If I might say so, your features are incredible to look at. I've never seen such a wonderful being. And from this angle, you must remember I am very small. And from this angle, it's just magnificent.
And while you were talking, they were just paying no attention to what you were saying.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I smelled.
Probably paper. I have a lot of books.
This lord is our scribe.
Very good at writing, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Writing.
Sometimes he doesn't stop.
And you write, what am I doing?
No.
Oh.
When you realise you've already got a red dragon mask in the room.
You
Awesome.
just spotted that in the corner of your camera, didn't you?
Yeah, there we go. No, that's the inner scout look. That's put that underneath. Write many spells, do you?
Well, not really, no. Because, you see, most of the spells that I know I don't need to write down. I have them already written in my book. But if I wrote new spells, then obviously I'd have to write them down in a book. So I have several books, actually.
At this point, I just put my hand on his head to try and stop him talking.
Yeah, Mazdak. Just continuing. So, what I can do, and poof, bamf the quill into existence. And start, open a book, not my book, a different one of the empty books I have carry about, and I will get the pen to write Contarara in flowing Draconic. Contarara, the magnificent dragon.
As the before you quite get to writing that, as the quill is summoned, a clawed hand just comes out. Make a quick dex save.
Oh yeah, that'll go well. Oh, actually, dexterity saving throw is 18. I rolled a 17.
Okay,
Because I have a
I'll
+1.
pretty good. So yeah, this clawed hand just shoots for your face. You instinctively just shift out of the way of it.
Yep.
Stop talking.
Okay. What?
When were you going to come through my town to pay respects? In the morning, I assume?
If that is the wish you have, Lord Contarara, then we will come through your town and pay respects in the morning.
Maybe I should make sure that you do. leaning in very close to you all. Perhaps I could provide some accommodation for the evening.
Mazdak
And
is
so
trying
just
very hard to be quiet.
I mean, Contarara, that's up to you, but surely you will feel more respected if we come of our own volition.
I have already been disrespected. And there's a click, and some of these torches begin to move. The other tent that's set up the other side of the camp. The guy was clearly just hiding in there, and he gets dragged out and sort of thrown to the floor. Well, if you could come with these guards, we will find you somewhere very uncomfortable to sleep for the evening. And then you can come and see me in the morning. And I'll see which of you I fancy for breakfast.
Very well.
I just look side at Dalen as he says, very well. I'm very
How many
confused.
guards are there around us?
Oh, there were 40 or 50 torches.
That's what I say. Very well.
No, I'm Mazdak's looking up at the rest of them, very confused.
So are you going peacefully?
I don't think there's any other choice, is there? Not against a massive red dragon and
And 40
40 odd
guards.
guards. Don't think we'd last very long.
No.
I'm going to follow along, but I'm going to be like acting nonchalantly, like, you know, red dragons wake me up and escort me back to the towns all the time.
Yeah, you're playing it cool. Fair enough.
I am not. Mazdak
I'm-
is absolutely terrified.
I'm just going along with it and keeping an eye out for anything. It's sort of looking for plans of escape or anything that can. I don't think there's anything we can do with all these people around us, but my idea is to look at sort of maybe we can break out of wherever we're going to be held or whatever, you know, trying to get plans going over in my mind.
I'm looking at the guards, how they're acting and how they react to Contrara being near them.
Just obedience, I think, is probably the best way to describe it.
Are they a mixture of races or all dragonborn or all human? Or...
Red dragonborn through and through.
Okay. That would be a very hot battle.
So you are escorted to the town, taken to a particular building, and down a set of stairs to a small corridor with 3 cells in. And the 5 of you, because Trenel has been brought with you, are split into 2 different cells. So Mazdak, Dalen, and Trenel are put in one, Bernia and Sasha in another.
Okay.
After which the doors are closed and the locks are locked.
Are there any windows in these cells?
No windows. This is a basement area with no windows. The staircase, the other side of the bars, is what you see as the only escape at the moment.
So are there stone walls between the cells, or are they barred?
It's all barred.
It's all bars. So
So it's kind of like a big stone basement, just where bars have been
Okay,
put
cool.
up.
So are we next to the others?
Yes.
Okay, so we can still talk to them.
Yeah.
And are there any guards left behind, or have they all gone?
There are 2 guards at the bottom of the stairs.
Is there anyone else in the cells? Or is it just us 5?
Just you 5 by the looks of it.
Not exactly luxury accommodation.
No, this is. So, when he said eat us for breakfast, do you think he was joking?
Well, no, that's what we were told in Notem, was to avoid Contarara because he has a habit of eating people who go through.
But he. Okay.
I don't think you'll have a problem. He probably wouldn't be enough for breakfast because you're so small.
This is very true. I am quite small. But you're really big. Perhaps he'll choose you. I don't want you to be eaten.
Gesture. But if that is my God's wish for me to go that way, then so be it. Death is just a followation of life.
Right. Okay, yes. Okay.
Well, I've slept in most places. I'm going to go to sleep.
This has been
Um,
an interesting journey so far.
just so you know, weapons and things were removed from your persons.
Mm-hmm.
All
Did they
weapons,
take my
or
arm?
They did not take your arm.
did they take any of my books?
Your bag's been taken with the other possessions.
Right. Okay, so I don't have any scrolls or anything like that.
No.
That's a bugger alert.
I don't think there is much we can do between now and tomorrow, apart from rest and prepare ourselves.
I think we should try and get out of here. Trenel finally speaks up.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. Well, if we wait, then they might just eat us all.
Well, we're in cages, locked in the basement of a fortress or a stronghold with potentially hundreds of red dragon guards.
Well,
Unless you're some mighty powerful wizard that can teleport us out of here, I think we're basically fucked.
If we do, even if we did manage to escape, I doubt they'd take this as a slight that would be forgotten.
No, they would hunt us down and eat us. So if we have to pay our respects, how do we do that to a red dragon?
It's difficult to pay respects to someone who demands it, does not earn it.
Well,
People like that only care about 2 things: money and power.
Despicable.
that's dragons in a nutshell.
uh-huh. Okay, so what's the floor made of, please?
So,
Stone. And how big is the room in total?
the entire room, maybe 15, 20 feet across. I think in
Okay.
each cell is maybe 5, 6 feet.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to sit down, and for the next hour, I'm going to cast Find Familiar. And I'm going to bring into existence a tiny fey spider,
Okay.
which will then skitter through the bars and up to the door where we were brought through. Are there any other doors, or is it just that one door?
Just the one door.
Okay. So, the spider, and I can see through the spider's eyes. Familiar. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just getting the details up for it. Okay.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep as well.
I think I
Okay.
am as well.
Okay. Just Mazdak and Trenel awake then.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask the spider to go up and check on the door. Can it get through the bottom underneath the door? Okay, so it skitters out. What does it see out there? Are there more
There is
guards?
another very small room, 2 guards, a pile of your things, and the bottom of the staircase.
Okay, I'll have the spider come back, and everybody else has gone to sleep, apart from
Trenel.
Trenel. Okay, I'll have the spider climb up onto my shoulder, and I'll just sit with my back against the wall and take a watch.
What can he do?
He's a spider.
Yeah, but can he attack things or retrieve some
Well,
keys or something?
He's not really. He's a spider. You see, he can go places and find out information for me. Like, all of our bags and weapons are just on the other side of that door, in a small room with some guards. So they haven't taken them very far. So possibly we should be able to get our things back. But I don't think my little spider can carry any of the things. But he can certainly look into places for me.
Right.
You should get some sleep. I will take the watch.
I'm trying to think if I know any spells that might help.
Do you know spells?
I know some spells.
Cool. Do you know sleep? That would be a good spell to use. Then we
No,
could
I
cast
don't
that
know.
on the guards, and they would go to sleep. It wouldn't be hurting anyone.
True. No, I don't know that one. I know enlarge reduce. I think if I cast that on you, you could fit through the bars and then take out the guards.
Sorry. Take them out? How would I do that? It would be better to do Sasha or Bernia rather than me. I'm very small. I don't do fighting. I'm a wizard.
You're small, so it halves your size, and I think they'll still be too
Yes,
big.
but I can't do fighting. I'm not very good at fighting.
Do you know sleep?
No, I don't. Just trying to think if I know anything that could help. I mean, so
I know.
there's 2 guards in this room and 2 guards in the next room. Is that right?
No,
Just the 2 guards in there.
No, nobody's in here in this space with you. There's a door between you
Okay.
and 2.
Cool. Did we hear the door between us being locked?
No.
Right. Has it got a keyhole for locking? Can I see
No.
from here? No. Okay, so it's just a door. Okay, cool.
It's never just a door.
Okay. So,
I know invisibility.
me too. Oh, no, actually, I have a scroll, but that's in
Oh.
my bag.
Well, I can cast it. How can it be useful?
Well, we need to get through the door so I can get my things and Sasha's weapons and Brenya's weapons. So, if we need to put them to sleep or make them go away somehow.
What if?
Okay, what? No, you go. I think I have a plan, but that might go wrong. What was your idea?
Well, I was also very dependent on you. I could shrink you so you can get through the bars.
Yes.
And then drop that, and then make you invisible.
That's quite interesting.
Then you're outside of the bars and they can't see you. But whether you can do anything then.
Well, I have an idea.
What was your...
Well, I can cast a thing called the Arms of Hadar, where large tentacles come up and grapple things. So that might help, but if it doesn't work, then they might kill me. But I have an idea. Bear with me. Okay, right. What we're going to do is you're going to make me small. I'm going to go outside the bars. Then you're going to turn me invisible. And I'm going to send my spider through the door first. And then have it skitter up one of their legs. Then I'm going to cast my invisible unseen servant, I'm gonna open the door for it. It's gonna go in and start tickling the other person. Then I'm going to go in and get our stuff while they're distracted and come back in and let everybody out. Wait, no, I need keys. How would I get the keys? I need the keys. I could get my unseen servant to get the keys. In fact, I don't need to be outside of the door or the bars. So you can save your spells.
Yes.
And I will cast my unseen servant and my spider. Okay, right. This is good. We have a plan. Should we wake the others?
I think so. Just so we've got backup.
Dalen. I deliberately chose mid-biscuit because, you know. Dalen.
Yes, what is it?
Dalen, I have a plan. It's really good. Honestly, listen to me, right, very carefully. What I can do is, you see my spider? We point to the little face spider on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get the spider to go through the door and run up one of the guard's legs. So hopefully it's afraid of spiders. And you go, "Ah!" And while that's happening, my unseen servant will go out, open the door, and grab our bags and bring them back. No, grab the keys from the guards and come back in.
Okay.
Then we can be let out. Our gear is just on the other side of that door. I've seen it already. Because my
So
spider
what
went
do you
to tickle
do
it.
about the other guard?
Well, the other guard...
And what are you going to do when the guards see the door open and either shut it again or come running in here to find out what's going on and kill the magic users?
I knew I shouldn't have woken you up. Should have just done it.
Good. Go ahead. Give it a try.
If we could
Tomorrow.
at least get a guard or two in here, then you strong people could, I don't know, like grab them through the bars and strangle them or something.
And then if we do get out of here, what's on the other side of the guard room?
Well, I can send my spider to find out.
That would be a good idea because you never know, we might be going into a barracks with several hundred inboard.
I will send my spider back down through under the doorway, and there's just one one staircase leading up, isn't there? There's no other doors or
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, when you were brought in, you weren't blindfolded or anything. You were taken to a building just off the centre of town, taken through a door and immediately down a staircase to the left.
Okay, so we know that this building, there's nobody else in it.
As
As far as we know. So I was just
Yeah.
seeing my spider sort of climb up the wall, up to the top of the staircase. Is there anybody up in there?
No.
Cool. Okay. So we're completely alone, apart from these two guards. So if we can somehow take them out, we should be able to send this one on the spider as it's on the way back. I'm just going to have it sort of stop in where the guards are and see if it can see the keys anywhere.
Yeah. It's hanging off of a belt loop or something.
Okay. So I'll make a note of which guard it's the keys are on. So I know where the keys are. Right.
Do you
okay.
need to see where you cast the unseen servant, or could you cast it in that room?
Well, I'm just trying to work that one out.
The problem's going to be getting the keys back to us and getting the
Within
gate open.
range, yeah, I could do it with 60 feet.
But do you need to see where it is being cast?
Doesn't say so. Okay, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and get it to cast it in the room where the guards are,
Okay.
and get it to grab the keys or take the keys from the guard and bring them back in here, because it should be able to open the door.
Okay.
Yeah, because it can.
Yeah.
I will tell it.
Yeah,
tell
just
it to
setting
do.
it up.
If a guard comes after it and tries to get them back, if it comes near the bars, I'm going to try and grapple it through the
Yeah.
bars.
Should we wake everybody else first?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Sasha. Bernia.
What now?
Sasha. There's a plan. I have a plan. There are only two guards. I'm going to get. Could you wake Bernia? I don't want to have to explain this again.
Bernia.
So, the plan is, my unseen servant is going to get the key from the guard, come back in here, and throw the keys to us. So even if the guard does chase it, the keys will be in our possession. Okay? So then, we can get the keys and disable the two guards and then escape
And piss
into,
off a
into
very
the night.
old red dragon who
It's
will
not an
hunt
old
us
red, it's a
down.
young red dragon. It's
These
fine.
guards, they are dragonborn, no?
Yes? So we just
It's
bop them on the head
difficult.
and off we go.
It's difficult to find someone through bars,
Yes, but we
let
will have
alone someone who
we
can
will- we have-
spew fire from their mouth.
we have the keys. We can open the door. Also, Trenor can make somebody invisible and small. Or small out of the bars and then invisible.
I don't know if it's just me, but this plan keeps getting worse and worse.
And what do you think? We just wait to be eaten in the morning?
Do you wish to
We
be
don't-
eaten?
Know what Contarara's going to do?
Yes, but then we're going to, if we do manage to escape on the off chance, they're not going to leave it lying down. They're going to chase us to the end of the world.
But we will at least have an opportunity to run to the end of the world, rather than just sit in a cell waiting to be eaten. I don't want to be eaten.
Let's face it, Mazdak, it's me or you, isn't it? It's the wizards they don't like.
pretty much. You'll probably all be okay. So, if you don't want to be involved in the plan, I can understand. But I'm going to do the plan because I think this is the only way out. And I will... My books are next door. I do not want to be separated from my books.
What do you make of this, Dalen?
Sounds like a jolly wheeze to me.
Right, I'm going to send the spider off, skittering off
In my view, we are dead in the morning anyway, so
into the room with the guards. And the one that doesn't have the keys on him, the spider is going to start... It's going to wait, and then as soon as the cast unseen servant, the spider's going to run up the one that doesn't have the keys on to distract him.
Okay.
Unseen servant grabs keys, bolts for the door, throws the keys to me.
Okay. So, I'm going to need some sort of check here because
Okay.
that's a lot of things.
It is
just
a lot
to
of
say
things.
it happens.
Yeah.
So, the thing I think is going to be most difficult in that
Yep.
is the unseen servant actually getting the key off of
Yep.
the hook, the loop.
Yeah.
It has a strength of 2,
Yep.
so I'm going to say it's not going to be able to just... No, I tell you what, just roll me a D100.
D100, sure.
Yeah, we'll I will also, and we'll just compete for it. Where's my...
unseen servant is invisible though, so I maybe get some sort of advantage for that. I won't be expecting it.
Yeah. And the spider is climbing up the other guard very noticeably.
Yeah. So there's this pandemonium. What did you roll?
36, which was awful.
Okay. So, Dalen's gone invisible. Trenel, did you do that?
He might have done, yeah.
Give him a sec. God, I forgot how itchy this thing is.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna wait by the edge of the bars for one of the guards to come in so I can try and grab him around the neck.
Okay.
So,
So, pandemonium erupts next door as one of them is just like as this spider is like crawling up. Can you see through the eyes of the
I
servant?
am looking through the eyes of the spider currently.
The spider.
I
So
can't see
you
through
can
the eyes of the servant. I can see through the eyes of the spider.
Right, so you can see balls. If
Yep.
it's crawling up the inner leg. Scaly balls at that. There's like this
Write that down.
Scaly balls. It's canon.
there's just this cacophony of noise that erupts from next door as there's just sort of panic and then laughter as the other one is just going and suddenly this door creaks and a set of keys comes in. I rolled 8.
Yes.
brilliant.
The key enters the room.
Okay. I will zap myself back out of the spider and just leave it running all over this bloke.
Okay. Suddenly, the noise stops. As well, you can't see what's happening.
No.
You've left the spider.
Yep.
The key gets to the bars, and somebody, whoever's at it, can take them. But the door is flung open, and these 2 guards are standing there.
Okay, cool. So Sasha, you were next to the bars, weren't you? Waiting, so you will get the key.
I'm not thinking about the keys. I'm getting ready to grab a guard if they come near.
Okay, I'll take the key then, and unlock the cell door that I'm in, so that Dalen can get
Because
out.
we're on different cells as well.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll run out roaring and charge straight at these two guards. As in
Okay. Well, before you get a chance to unlock the door, because
Yeah.
this is happening pretty quick,
Yeah.
the two guards each go to one of the cells. Dalen and Sasha can. The pair of you just roll a regular initiative check, because these guys are going to try, because they see you at the front and they're going to try and smack you. But we'll see who gets to move first. So Sasha up against you,
8.
21. So the guy gets to go first, and then Dalen up against you,
9.
14.
I did all this work. It's gonna go to shit. Well,
There you are. So, blimey. Does a 16 hit you, Dalen?
No.
Okay. But I rolled a natural 20 on the other one, I'm afraid, Sasha. But I'll just throw. Okay, so you take 11 points of damage as this guy just smacks you to get you away from the door, and they're shouting, "Where are the keys?" as they do this. Dalen, the guy goes to hit, and you just sort of move out of the way. What did you do with the keys?
Well, if that's the case and the doors aren't open yet, I'd like to then grapple the one next to me through the bars. And while I'm doing that, shout to Mazdak to go and get the stuff, and for Sasha to get the other one.
Yeah, I'm going to try and...
We
Because
can
he's hurt me,
grapple
I'm
on the other side of the
pissed.
bar, so Mazdak can run out, or Burner can run out and get our stuff.
So,
kind of watching this unfold.
welcome to the chaos.
it's the chaos. Sasha, so you were given the keys, or you took the keys?
No,
No,
I
I
took
took
the keys.
You took the keys.
I took the
Okay. So the pair of you are just going to try and grapple these two guards
Yeah.
while Mazdak, you unlock
I will
your
unlock
door.
my door.
Yeah.
And then unlock the next door, and then I'm going for the bags.
Okay. So strength checks from you two. Is that how grapples work? I don't think I've ever DM'd a grapple.
It's an athletics check against an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Don't let me down.
I would go into a rage on being hit. I don't know if I can do that, though.
I'll allow it. That's fine. Well, you're about to do a grapple, and your rage is a bonus action, so you can do that first
Cool.
before the action of a grapple.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
So I gain advantage on strength checks while I'm...
Yeah, athletics
Raging.
is a strength check, so you get advantage.
Strength check 15.
Okay. And Dalen, yours was non-natural 20.
Yeah.
Dalen, you managed to just reach out as this guy dodged, as this guy had thrown a punch at you, and you managed to dodge. You basically just countered and gripped him through the bars up against it.
Yeah.
Sasha reeling a little bit from the punch to the face. You don't manage to quite grab him.
Okay, so while this is going on, I will open the door to my cell.
Okay. You do that.
Yep. And then I will turn to Trello and say, "Make me invisible!"
Oh, right. Okay. you're invisible.
Perfect. I will then scoot round the chaosness and go and unlock the other door.
Nice.
Do you need me to do a stealth check?
No, there's so much going on that.
All right.
Anything.
Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sasha, this guy's still going to try and well, the door's opened, but you're the
Well-
biggest threat at the moment.
The door,
The
her
door's
door's not open yet,
Our cell, not their cell.
Right? Yeah.
because I'm going
yeah.
round them to open Sasha's cell door with Sasha and Bernia in it.
Okay. Well, we'll say that that's your. Trenel takes his action to make you invisible. Then you get your movement. At what point did you open your door? Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
your action is to open the door and then move to the other one.
Yeah.
Should we roll initiative for this? Might make it a bit
It
easier.
feels like we should.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I try and keep things flowy, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think in this case it makes sense.
Because otherwise, I'm going to take like loads of actions all in one go, and it won't be.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant spectator sport.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask, what have you been up to?
I'm kind of watching this quizzically. I have something in mind, but I'm not going to do it immediately.
Okay. Can't remember the. Okay, you two do. I tell you what, I've forgotten all the initiative rolls. Should we just roll again, unless you
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
them down?
No, I know what
Yeah.
mine was, but I think we should roll it again anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause they were terrible.
Mine's even worse, but I still think we should roll it again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll again then. Yeah, I think that's how he's playing it. Okay. Okay, Mazda.
15.
Okay, Sasha.
11.
Galen.
5.
Bonya.
9.
9. Right, let's sort those. Galen, what's your oh no, I'll just put you first. Fine. The one of the guards also rolled 5, but I'll prioritize players in that case. There we go. Okay. So, right then. So, top of the round, the guard who is engaged with Sasha, congratulations, by the way, he's going to try and smack you again. With a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Good job, raging now.
Yes, this is just bludgeoning damage, which does 8 points of damage, but your raging so halved. They haven't taken any damage yet, so let's just put that in like that. Okay, Mazdak, you've now unlocked the first door, unlocked the second door.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement to go out to the smaller room and start picking up belongings. Mine first, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So you easily get out to the other room and confront with a pile of your things. You can probably very quickly in this space just pull out your bag.
Yeah, I just pull out my bag so that I've got my book. Check it's there.
Yeah, everything's still in there.
Cool. Okay.
Sasha, you're next.
I'm going to reach through the bars and try and grab the guy and bonk his head against the bars.
Okay. Go with another grapple athletics then. Oh, I think you might win this one.
20, non-natural.
Yeah, you beat his 6.
Good work.
So, as part of the grapple, you're pulling him into a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that my unarmed damage?
Yes.
Now, when I'm raging, the first creature I hit on each of my turns, it says with a weapon attack. Does a fist count as a weapon attack?
Not usually.
Not
Unless you're a
unless you're
monk.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was like a. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid monks are the only ones who can claim that my fists are weapons.
Okay. It takes 5 points of bonking damage if it's classed as an unarmed strike attack.
Okay. He takes that damage then. And you're just going to keep him held there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bunya.
Going to kind of, a bit bemused, kind of walk out of the cell. I'm going to rush over to... how far away is the door with the weapons from me?
It's like 5 feet max from the cell doors.
Okay, I'll go and retrieve my sword and Sasha's sword and bring it back to her. Is that taking my action?
No, that's probably just movement.
Okay. And then... yeah, this will be... yeah.
I'll call it your bonus action to pick up the
Fair
weapons
enough.
and come back.
Fair enough. I'm then going to go and assist Dalen with his grapple, try and take over from that so that Dalen can get his equipment.
Okay. So, by assist, are you attacking the person he's grappling?
Yeah, I'm basically going to try and grapple that target as well. And to free up, basically, I'm trying to free up Dalen so that he can do things, because I don't particularly want to attack these guys whilst they're grappled, because, you know, I have morals.
Yeah, we'll soon sort that out.
I also
So, yeah, make an athletics check. Well,
18.
Yeah. There was probably not much point in doing that. They're already grappled.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to fail pretty hard to fail to grapple.
I'll reach in, kind of wrap around one of their arms with my mechanical arm around one of the bars and just lock it in place.
Yeah.
Their
Okay.
arm is locked against this bar whilst I'm pinning the rest of them.
Cool.
Go get your things, Dalen.
If we wanted to choke these things out, like just knock them unconscious, how would we do that in this game? Because that's not really something we've tried before.
Yeah, so I think the way it works is when you reduce a target to 0 HP, you can decide whether that's a knockout blow or a killing blow.
Oh, right, okay.
If I know my my book.
Fair enough. Okay,
So yes, if you want to choose to knock them out, then you just need to get them to 0 HP.
Okay.
It is your go now, Dalen.
Okay, so if I'm sure that Burner has this one securely grappled, then I'll let go and I'll go and help Mazdak with retrieving stuff. Get my shield and my Morning Star and whatever else they took off me.
Okay.
And
You
then
can-
come down and smack him on the head.
Okay. Which one are you going for? The one that you were previously grappling in? Yeah.
Actually,
Or
no.
the one that Bernie or the one that Sasha's grappling?
Is Bernie, are you outside the cell or inside the cell?
Inside the cell.
Inside.
Outside.
Outside.
Okay, I'm out of the cell and round to.
Yeah. So the guard and you are
Put
both
them in the cells.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What I'd like to do is go up to it, grab him when he's grappled, and tell Bernie, let's put him in the cell and lock the door. And try and do that. Try and shove him, if you like, into the cell while he's grappled, and then shut and lock the door while he's in there. There is a shove attack you can do.
Yeah, but it's currently that.
I think this is something I would have to do on my turn.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I'll hold my action
To assist with that.
with that when it happens.
Yeah. Sure. Perfect. Okay. That guard is now going to have a go at breaking the grapple. Just try and shrug you off. So we'll contest
Yeah.
6 again.
Okay.
18 on my end.
13.
Okay. I am going to just do a thing. So this guy, I mean, Dragonborn generally quite strong creatures, manages just to pry your arms, even your mechanical arm, and throw them off. In the process of that, your mechanical arm, is that your left hand?
My right arm.
Your right. So as that happens, because you're kind of hugging round the bars to lock him in place, aren't you?
Yeah.
As he shrugs, your arms hit the adjacent bars,
Yeah.
and your mechanical arm takes some damage.
Okay.
He's going to try and flee. So he's just going to try and run out the door. 2 of you are currently, in terms of 2 of you, it's reversed on my screen, so I instinctively put it that way. So you 2 can make attacks of opportunity.
I'd like to make a grapple attack with my attack of opportunity.
Okay.
It is an attack.
Can we do that? That seems reasonable to me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll just do a weapon attack because, kind of desperate. But I imagine this is going to be.
Basically, I'm going to try and jump on his back and drag him to the
Is
ground.
the damage on my limb going to affect this?
No, you're fine.
Because it is a two-handed weapon.
So mine would be a 19 to grapple him.
16 to hit.
Okay. 9 on my end. So, was yours an actual attack?
That's an actual weapon attack, yeah.
Okay, we'll roll some damage.
So 16 hits.
Yes.
Blimey. 12 points of
12.
damage.
Okay, that's a big hit. So you instinctively just swing your sword at them. That slices through a good chunk of his back, and then Dalen just crashes on them and pulls them to the ground. The guy screams out, partly for the pain of the slash, and partly because he's just been landed on by a giant orc.
Yeah.
Wound for a wound.
It's been a murder.
There's been a murder.
It's a murder.
I shouldn't keep an eye on Twitch chat whilst DMing.
No, it's very distracting. But
At least we haven't got Grumpy Bear in the comments.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the guard had broken free, had tried to bolt, taken a slash, been landed on, crashed to the floor, screams out. Back to the top, it's the other guard who's currently fighting Sasha. You got him in.
I got arms around the neck, so when I pulled him back, his head clunked into the bars.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's also going to try and break free. He wants to break free, so we'll contest our athletics again. Yeah, probably not.
Athletics 22.
6. So he just pulls back a tiny little bit, and you just go, nah. Just lever him back in.
Just gonna get right close, as close as I can to his ear, and I went, I don't think so.
Well, he is going to start calling out for help as well.
I've got him by the throat.
He does it very quietly then.
As long as it's quiet.
Magdak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, seeing as Dalen hasn't come out to get his stuff.
No, I did that.
Oh, you did that. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he did.
So no, everybody's got their stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm still invisible.
Apart from the wizard boy, who is hiding in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, I will grab Trenel's stuff, which I'm presuming is everything else that's left.
Pretty much.
And then I will wander back into the room, still invisible. And I'm just gonna say, put them in the cells. And what will I do? Yeah, if I cast a spell, I become visible. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay by the door. So if anybody tries to escape or anybody comes in, I'm on the lookout basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast for anybody running towards me, away from my companions, or coming down the stairs.
Okay. So you door open.
Yep,
in
door
the
open
doorway.
in the doorway. Invisible.
Right. Invisible. Okay. Sasha, back to you.
I'm going to repeat my action. I'm trying to daze him. Because at the moment,
Okay.
I'm still inside, so I can't really get him into the cell by myself. So I'm just going to try and knock him unconscious by repeatedly ringing his bell.
Nice.
You can ring my bell.
Do we add? Yeah, we should add rage damage onto your unarmed attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, then that would be it. That would have been an extra 2.
2 points. Yeah, I'll adjust that now. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna.
Do you want me to do like an unarmed attack?
Yeah, we'll do it as that.
19.
Yeah. So in that moment that
Sorry,
he
not
tried
natural
to
20, but yeah.
that difference. In that moment that he tried to just leave her away, you got enough space away from the bars that when you go fully being so that's another 7 points. Yeah, okay. His face is looking pretty rough. He's a little dazed. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Just keep ringing his bell.
Keep ringing his bell. Bunya.
I'm gonna kind of look at the work that Sasha's doing. I'm gonna think she has that under control. I'm gonna go and use the help action on Dalen to try and help him try and get this guard into the cell.
Okay. Which now, Dalen, it's your turn. So
Okay. Well, my intention is to sort of drag him back into the cell, still grappled.
Okay. So
And I'll say, with the help of Berna, I'll say to her, get some rope, tie him up.
okay. So yeah, the pair of you, if you could both make athletics checks.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 20 something.
Yeah.
24. No, 23.
13.
Yeah, that was basically at advantage. So yeah, Damon, you're wrong. Perfectly capable. You kind of keep him, and you just using your enormous frame just sort of keep shuffling back,
Yeah.
so that he's in the cell with the help of Bernia, pushing him in. So you moved enough to get him into the cell. But that's both of your actions. So tying up is going to have to be done next round.
Okay.
It's that guard's turn. So again, during that, he's going to be trying to break out. I will take your kind of previous athletics checks as the contested against him, and he doesn't beat that score, so he fails to break out while you're dragging him. The other guard again is then going to try and do the same. These two are both screaming as they're doing it, if their windpipes aren't too blocked. So Sasha, if I can have another athletics check from you. He's got a 19.
Oh, 17.
Okay.
Is that
Movement.
advantage?
You do it. That was an advantage. Okay.
The other one was a natural one.
Oof. So in that moment where his face gets cracked off of the bar, you take like a microsecond just to see, is he unconscious? As you just sort of half, almost like sort of move his body back to see if he's flopping back, but he sort of just takes that moment to escape your grasp.
Do I get a attack of opportunity?
Um,
Or is he moving away, or?
he was moving away, but I think given the circumstances that you were already kind of at arm's reach of him, and he's just sort of fallen back literally out of your grasp already.
I was going to say, if he had a tail, I'd grab it and try and pull him back that way.
I mean, they do have tails, but yeah. So no, I don't think it makes sense to allow that here. But he just goes for the door.
Bam! Eldritch Blast. Out of nowhere.
Get advantage on it because you're invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take the first one. That was a 20, not natural.
Uh-huh.
It is 1d10 plus 3. Because stuff. That's 8 points of Eldritch Blast.
So this guy manages to sort of fake unconsciousness even after being cracked on the head twice by a metal bar, and use that to his advantage to escape you, turns, gets smashed in the face, and just goes, he's unconscious.
I am now visible.
Unless he's dead. So was that lethal damage or non-lethal damage?
I'm not sure I could do non-lethal damage with an Eldritch Blast.
Fair point.
I mean,
He's
if I
dead
was
then.
punching him, then yeah, but or smacking him with the haft of my axe or something, yeah. But Eldritch Blast, I don't see how that's possible.
You're cool. Perfectly fine. He's dead then.
Okay.
He's dead, Jim.
It's dead, Jim. There's been a murder.
There has been a murder now.
It was me. I did the murder.
And it is back round to your go, Mazdak.
Okay, so I will then, as I'm now visible, I will go and give Trenel his equipment, his bag and stuff. Say, good work.
Yeah.
Um,
Shell shocked.
the other guy's like covered in Dalen and Bernia, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go back to the doorway and look up, see if there's anybody coming.
Okay. Give me a quick perception check.
Hey! Natural 20 for 22.
Okay, cool. No, you don't see anything. You can, with a natural 20, hear some distant noise.
Okay, is it sort of shouting and running, or is it just...
That general kind of thing, yes.
Okay, I will call back, we need to hurry up! That's it, it's my go.
Okay. Dalen. No. Just missed the girls out. Sasha.
I'm going to come out of the cell after picking my stuff up, drag the dead dragonborn into it. And can I scroll a quick note that says, with respects, and just tuck it into his pocket before shutting the door and going out again?
Oh, that's going to get you eaten.
I mean, you gotta.
The Lannisters send their regards. Perfect. I'll allow it. Because it's cool.
Excellent.
And may get you killed later on, so I'm all for it.
Quite.
Yeah. You drag him in, scribble a quick offensive note of sorts, and were you shutting the door and relocking it? Or just
I don't think there's any need to lock that one.
I've got the keys in any case, so...
Yeah. It's just whether or not you would know whether they were dead in that instant, or whether they were just knocked out, but it's fine, we'll leave it open. Are you doing anything else? Are you going towards the stairs?
Regardless, I don't have the keys anyway, so I can't make the decision to lock the door. I'll just shut it. Yeah, I'll just grab my stuff and go and stand next to Mazdak, waiting for the other two. Or actually, I'll just sort of... Do you need any help?
I think we have this.
We have it.
Okay. Well, Bernia and Dalen, it's your twos goes respectively now. So you're working together. What are you doing?
Did we get him into the cell?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to... Does he have... Do we have rope anywhere? I think I've got some in my inventory. Just thinking.
I did it again, my mistake.
I have in my bag if you need it.
Yeah.
I'll take out some of my own rope and just... I'm going to bind his legs. Try and bind his legs, his arms, and then try and get one to basically around his... in his snout.
Yeah.
Try and gag him as best I can with a dragonborn.
Well,
Okay.
They have a snout, don't they? So just tie it around like you would an alligator.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do a crocodile. Do a crocodile and just can't open that.
Okay. Do me a survival check. I would say at disadvantage because you're in a fight, but I would then say at advantage because Dalen sat on them. So we'll call it a straight roll.
Oh, my luck is finally 16.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's enough to wind the legs, the hands, and then get the rest. Because it's like a 50-foot rope or something, isn't it? So, yeah, there's certainly enough length from there.
Delete that from my inventory. And then I'm going to, seeing as he's bound, I'm going to make my way out of the cell to the stairs and wait for Dalen.
Okay. Dalen?
Okay, so as he's bound, I'll get up, shut the door and get the keys from Mazdak, and then lock both cells, because I don't know the other one's dead. I think he's just unconscious. And put the keys back in my pocket, which will make things a bit more difficult for them, maybe. And then, right, come on, we should go.
We are doing this, we should see it through.
Okay. So
and head up the stairs to the front door and have a listen. And then, if I don't hear anything, open it up.
Okay. We'll take a quick break there.
okay.
That was exciting. Unexpected, exciting.
Plan's going perfectly so far.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was so much fun, guys. Well done.
Until we open the door and find another 75 guards and an angry.
You know, I mean, it's still a work in progress, so I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
I have fought worse odds.
Exactly. Yeah, so
Okay.
let's go. Break time. Okay, we'll be right back. I'll hand you once more over to our superb dungeon master, Martin.
Ooh, so the escape was made. A plan was hatched and executed mostly well.
Ish.
The guards were killed / incapacitated, one of each, and we are now at the top of the stairs, stood by the front door to this building.
Just before we open the door, I want to cast False Life on myself. Give myself some temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Max.
And I wanted to do a perception check listening at the door.
Okay, give me a check.
9.
1d4 plus 4. Ooh.
9.
Only one better than a natural one, that was. Or
And I have 8
Excellent.
temporary hit points. Yes.
Nice.
has that doubled your hit points now, is it?
Not quite, but it's close. I now have 23 hit points. So
Okay.
it's pretty good.
So Dalen, you listen out at the door. There's clearly some noise, but you can't really tell how close or far it is.
Okay. Sasha, Bernard, do you want to go first? And as,
Can do it. Depends on how you wish to do this.
and as Sasha goes past, I'll touch her on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Marvelous.
So that is
So we're running, right?
8 points back.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
running? Yes.
running.
Cool. Okay.
Unless we get caught.
Quietly and quickly out of the gate and into the night.
Not the way we came. Let's not go back there. Let's go different way.
Yes.
So you know from the route that you were brought in, turning left out of this building would take you to the town square centre. Turning right is a road that will lead you elsewhere.
Turning right it is.
Okay. So were you going quietly, or were you just going to burst and bolt?
I think
Say quietly.
quietly as we can. Stick to the shadows and hope we can get out.
Okay. Quickly to hand. No, okay, never mind. Okay. So who's opening the door?
I will.
Okay. As you open the door, take a look around. Make a perception check.
3.
3. You see buildings. There are some torches. There's some torchlight. But nothing like in the immediate 20 feet of the door, let's say.
I'll open the door a bit more and then just sort of start creeping out.
Okay. If you're all going to be moving quietly, let's have a round of stealth checks.
Yay, disadvantage rolls.
Oh, nice.
9.
Three.
I had disadvantage. I rolled 2 4s, so 6.
Oh, Jesus. 9, 3, 6. There's me creeping along like a secret squirrel, and you're going clunk, clunk, bang, bang, bang.
I
What
wear
did you get?
chainmail and have a malfunctioning, a damaged metal arm.
Okay.
Yeah, what did you get, Dylan?
I got 19.
Oh, okay.
18.
Blimey.
18.
18, 6, 3, and 5, was it, Sasha?
9.
9. Okay. Trenel got 5 as well.
Awesome.
So
We are so
We're a
stealth.
Doing well.
stealthy bunch.
We are stealth.
okay. So as the group of the 5 of you emerge from the building, you hear shouts of "There they are!"
Fuck! As soon as
Run.
Mazdak hears that, I go.
Change of plan.
Yeah. So you're just gonna bolt.
Yep, I'm going. I don't want to be.
Can I run and scoop up Mazdak? Because I got a feeling he's not as quick as the rest of us.
At 30-foot speed.
Oh, have you? Okay.
I mean, I'm not a
Speed.
dwarf.
Then I will just run them.
Okay. We're gonna run.
We are going to run.
So we'll do a round of athletics checks then for your sprinting.
Great.
Ugh.
I'm toast.
Jesus Christ.
11.
13.
10.
14. My dice are cursed. I think I'm dice cursed in this campaign. That's not good.
Okay.
Good job that I got that 8 temporary hit points, huh? Gonna need them.
Mm.
Okay. Trenel was actually the best of you that round with 16 for an average of 12.8 between you.
Okay.
So you just turn and sprint and
Yep.
you go, and there's a group following you. You can't tell how many. There's torches, there's flashes of fire that is catching you up.
Okay.
But you sprint, you can see what the sort of last buildings on this row. You've at least come out onto a reasonably main road with a route out of town, and you can see it maybe 100 or so feet in front of you.
Okay.
From our orientation, would we say that's the south road out of town?
Yes, it would be.
So that's the way we want to go anyway.
Yes, I think you want to go more west, but there is a
Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of a southwest
It was
road.
sort of southwest, wasn't it?
It's
we
a
were heading.
southwest road, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do another round to see
Okay.
if they're going to catch you up.
A little bit better.
Bit better.
A lot better.
16.
15.
Natural 20 for 21.
Way!
21.
Way!
So Mazdak was 21, Sasha 15,
15, yeah.
Bernie was 21 as well, Dalen
16.
16, much better guys. Trenel got 3.
Oops.
He's lagging behind a bit, but still your average was 15, or a little over 15 that time. So you just keep going. Now you've got your feet.
Trip him.
Valid suggestion from chat: trip him and run.
Yep.
Um,
On it.
a sounder suggestion then. The last one from Seismic Bubble of put your thumb in his butthole to establish dominance.
Yeah, I was kind of ignoring that one, but okay, we went there. We went there. So as we're running, DM, quick question:
Yeah.
Can I sort of rummage through my bag and then cast a spell called Grease behind me,
Oh, my.
which turns the terrain into difficult terrain,
Absolutely,
10
you
foot
can,
square
yes.
on the road behind us? So
Yeah.
I will do that then. So yeah, anything that enters the area or ends its turn there has to succeed on a dex saving throw of 13, I think it is. Yeah. 13.
Okay.
or be prone.
As you do that, Trell sees it because he sort of drags back a bit and says, "Oh, good idea." Turns and casts as well.
Awesome.
So there's a square of grease followed immediately by a square of web.
Nice. Okay.
And you guys continue to go. We'll do a last athletics check, but I thought the spells may have clutched it here. So we'll go Mazdak first.
Well, it's not as bad as the first one, but it's close. 4.
Sasha?
18.
18. Bonia?
10.
Uh-oh.
And Dalen?
14.
14. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Actually, that round was your worst round on average.
God.
But you do see, as you look over your shoulder, as you continue to sprint, that these silhouettes of figures just slip over, and the ones that manage to keep their footing end up just getting stuck immediately afterwards. And with a clever bit of trickery, the 5 of you manage to get to the edge of town.
Okay, so as we get to the edge of the town, I'm just going to bamf the quill into existence and just write on the road, much respect. And keep going.
Oh, you guys.
I mean,
Talk about poking a bear.
we
Bloody
gotta.
hell.
We've got to. We have to. He took Mazdak's book. That's not a good plan.
Okay.
Let's keep going down the road for a little bit, then
Off
veer
the
off
road.
and hide.
Yes? Hide?
Well, we're
Or
just
run.
outside the town. We keep going on the road where we can run fast, and then we
Okay.
go and hide when we're out of sight of the town.
Okay.
So you're going to stay on the road,
A little bit
and
until
then
we get out of sight of town.
I mean, it
then
is
try.
still dark, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Yeah, so we should be out of sight fairly quickly.
okay. So you do that. You continue to move. You begin to get exhausted. A couple of you had got like an hour's sleep at tops in the cell. After a couple of hours back at camp, some of you, no one's had much sleep. But you continue to go. You continue to push. The sun begins to rise. Probably the time to get off of the main road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like to look for somewhere where we can leave the main road without leaving a trail, basically, or try and
Yeah.
disguise the trail when we do.
I'm definitely looking for a spot like that.
The terrain around sort of a circumference of this town is scorched. There's no trees or grass or plants or anything. The ground itself is rocky and it's undulating. There's probably some place to hide in a sort of rocky area. But yeah, there's no wooded area that you can go and nestle in. But if anyone's looking out for somewhere good to hide, make survival checks for me.
No. 5.
16.
16, okay. So as the sun begins to rise, you think that's probably a good time to get off the main road. Tracks aren't really going to be left. It's a little bit dusty, the ground, but mostly rock. So you're not really going to leave much trail. And you cut off and you travel for maybe a quarter of a mile towards some sort of rocky area. and find a decent place to hide away. As you're looking around, you do see a large silhouette up in the sky.
I think we need to get somewhere out of sight of the sky. So look for a cave or an overhang that we can get underneath.
The area that you've headed to is probably sufficiently rocky
Okay.
that there's at least some areas that you can sort of tuck under some overhanging rocks.
Well, Mazdak, I must say I am impressed. Your plan worked very well.
Yes, it did go quite well, but obviously I couldn't have done it without all of you being so brilliant at everything else. So thank
I
you.
must admit, I didn't expect to survive that.
Well, I think we did very well. My plan was quite good for something thought up on the spur of the moment, but yes, I think we did very well.
I
Yes.
would say that we are not safe to pat on the back until we are in the next town.
I think you're maybe correct. We should stay here while this the sun is up, because they will be hunting for us, including that thing up there.
Okay, I will do the alarm around us again.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep.
Okay.
With the plan to sleep during the day and then travel at night.
Yep.
Brenya, now that you've had time to sit and actually take a look at your arm, it's not completely broken, as you would have already known, but it's definitely something that will need some attention of a fixer.
Not all the fingers move. That will be a problem.
And can you make Bernia a nature check for me?
Yes. 16.
Okay. Well, you're sat there in the relative peace of this overhang. Something internal to you just drags your attention to the south. You feel like south would be a good idea.
I think when we next move, we should head south. I'm not sure why, but I get this feeling that is the way we should be going to escape this. It may just be my exhaustion, but it is what I think.
Well, we have no specific direction to go apart from southeast. So if we head south a bit, then head west. I should say southwest. South a bit, then head west. We didn't tell that dragon where we were going, so we shouldn't have a reception party waiting for us.
Sasha's asleep. She's just
As is Mad Jack.
Fair enough.
It
As
is
is
wild.
Would you like to take the first watch, or shall I?
Yes, it will take me a while to get back to sleep, so
Right.
I shall awaken.
Wake me when you're done,
I shall.
and I'll go to sleep.
So you sit and keep an ear out. Make a perception check for me.
17.
Yeah. So in the the franticness of the escape, you could for a while hear some movement behind you. You kept going, and then you cut off the road, and now you sit here, can't hear anyone back from the direction that you were coming.
The rest of the watch, I'll just be sat kind of ruminating. I'm just kind of taking in the surroundings.
Unpleasant, generally. Rocky and
Probably a little disturbingly familiar in places.
yeah, probably. From what you've seen, yeah, this type of landscape is not very nice.
And when I feel the need to sleep, I will awaken Dalen to take over.
Dalen, you are awoken.
Oh, that didn't seem very long, but it will have to do.
I need to
Anything
sleep
to
myself.
report?
The sounds have stopped. I think they have given up their search for now.
Good. Sleep well.
And I'm already asleep.
Dalen, you sit there in peace, and it's quiet, and there's not much going on. It's so barrenly quiet and devoid of wildlife in this particular area that any noise that you hear would be, or any noise that you could hear would be very evident that you don't hear anything.
Okay.
And another couple of hours pass. Are you doing anything in that time?
No, I'm just going to sit and rest and think about whether we should go south or whether we should try get back on the road, and sort of just think about where we go to and how we're going to get there and what we're going to do when we get there. And then when my watch is over, I'll wake up Sasha. Sasha, time for your watch.
Okay.
There's nothing to report. It's all quiet.
Good.
Again, yeah, it remains quiet. Are you going to do anything in the next couple of hours?
I'm just gonna make sure all my belongings are back in the right places, because everything just got a bit hurriedly put away when we were trying to escape. So I just sort of readjust myself so everything's in its proper place.
It all looks like it was there. Yeah, nothing was taken. Probably expected to be given rather than taken. But yeah, a couple of hours pass. Nice and peaceful, if a little uncomfortable. You going to wake Mazdak for a final stretch? So if it's been 6 hours, you've probably taken 2 hours each at this point.
Okay. That's that.
What?
It's all fine.
Okay,
Nothing to worry about.
cool. Okay.
Just your turn to keep watch.
Right, I can do that. Perfect. Thank you.
Or keep an ear out more than anything.
Absolutely.
Sounds tend to echo around here.
So I see. Yes. I shall my bag, get my book out, flick to the back. So just bamf the quill into existence. And I'm going to write, have we successfully evaded that dragon? In the back of my book.
Okay. The words as normal disappear, and then the ink reforms into looks like you're free.
Thank you. Excellent. I shall sort of close the book very gently and sort of hug it to my chest while having a quick look around. I'm assuming it's starting sort of evening to get dark.
It was sunrise when you left the main road, so you probably travelled for maybe 30 more minutes off of that. And then 6-7 hours from there,
Oh,
so
okay, so afternoon time.
it's afternoon, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have a quick look around to see if there's anybody about. Is I'm assuming Trevor was still with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he asleep?
He's starting to stir, he's starting to wake up.
Okay. So I'm just going to sort of study him for a little bit before he wakes up, just to try and work out from my knowledge of other wizards what kind of wizard he is. Is he, because he didn't seem to be very wizardly, so I'm a bit confused as to. And when I was picking up his bags, did I feel any books in there?
Yeah, there was definitely
Okay.
2 books.
There were definitely books. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm just. Does he got any sort of robes, or is there any particular sigils that are on his robes or about his person?
Make. Let me see. Make an insight check to see what you can
Insight.
determine from this chap.
Ooh, quite good at that. 21.
Cool. So, you've seen all sorts of wizardly types come and go, not only through your time in the library, but also working in a dive bar near the university. You've seen this kind of person before, who probably came to Cantisha years ago with dreams of becoming a powerful wizard and never quite got picked up. And he just sort of stuck around and learned a few things, and probably got a job similar to you in the city, and maybe he saved up and now doing a bit of travelling.
Right, okay. So I don't think he's, all powerful in disguise type.
It wouldn't appear so, no.
Okay. Fair enough. So when he wakes up, so we have to be quite quiet because everybody else is asleep. So you
right.
cast some really very good spells. I was very impressed, especially the invisibility. That was very good. I like that one.
Yeah, I learned that long ago. It was I've never really used it, never been had need to, but you're great.
Oh,
You're
thank you. just some, just grease is a really good, useful tool to make people slip over. It's very good.
Such a good idea.
And when they slid into the web, that was very genius. That was genius. That was really good. I like that.
Well, I wouldn't have thought of it if you hadn't have gone first.
Ah, well, you see, we're wizards. Wizards are, clever. we react, and our intelligence gets us out of all sorts of interesting scrapes.
Yeah. Oh, so are you a student, or what do you do?
Well, yes, I am now, actually. I've been given access to the library in Kantisha. Yes, I can sit and study. Well, I don't do formal classes, but I study in the library on my own time, so it's very good. It's very clever. It's I went to the bookshop and it was have you been? It was really good. I got some scrolls and I was just sort of start pulling scrolls out of my bag to show him.
Whoa! Just looks, and he's more impressed by each one that he picks up. And wow!
See, this is invisibility, but you already know that, so I'm hoping to sort of transcribe this into my book at some point, so that I can use it as a spell that I know. But at the moment, obviously, it's on a scroll, so if I use it, it may disappear. Yes, I hope to copy it into my book once we get some time. Obviously, when we're not being, about to be eaten by dragons for breakfast, would be a good plan, I think.
Yeah. Man, this is crazy. I've never been through anything like this.
It's exciting. It's and scary. Where are you going to? Where we found you?
I was going up to Blixby, quite a way still.
Oh. Right, so that's
the capital bit, northwest.
Yes, indeed. Well, I believe we are going that way, so we should probably travel together for safety.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, two wizards in a party. I mean, they're going to be very lucky people. I mean, just think...
they're just when we're just walking along talking about all the spells and books that we know, they'll get to overhear and they'll love it.
Yes, indeed, and we can explain things to them as we go. Obviously, because with our greater knowledge than everybody else, we could just explain things, and they'll be very grateful to learn from us as teachers.
Is that wizard splaining?
Oh, God, there's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, they must. You like their leader? Do they look up to you?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm leader, because obviously I'm quite small. I like to sort of stay at the back. But when a plan is required, obviously I will make the plans, as you saw yesterday when we had to escape. But I tend to use my brains. I don't know as we have a leader as such. I think we're more of a sort of team. Well, I suppose I could be a sort of perhaps the brains of the outfit, as it were.
Well, if you guys are a team, you must have a cool name.
We really don't. Well, we do, actually. We're called the Investigators, because we investigate things. I think that's a brilliant name.
That is a good name, yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Cool.
So,
maybe you could be like something about. You just escaped a big scary dragon.
yeah.
You could like name yourselves like Dragon Fighters or something.
Well, we didn't actually bite the dragon, though, did we? So.
Well, no.
Well, it could be called Dragon Baiters, because we did bait the dragon, technically, because we left lots of silly messages for them to find.
Yeah.
I think that may get us into trouble later on, but, we can always say it for someone else.
Sure, by then you'll be powerful enough to take down a dragon.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm certainly aiming to be that powerful, yes.
So as time passes and Mazdak enjoys having another wizard to talk to who doesn't put him down for his talking.
Yeah.
They kind of come to a couple of hours, and people start to to wake up as you get into the evening.
Right. Best eat something before we get on the move again.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
He's wise.
I'm assuming we had a long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, good.
Yes, because I was running out of spell slots.
As I say, I think we are best suited to travel south.
I suggest while we don't necessarily run, we make steady pace because we want to leave this area as soon as we possibly can before we
Well,
get into
yes,
even
quite.
more trouble.
If I may make a suggestion, Trenel here is heading to Blixby, which is to the northwest. So as we're going that way, obviously we're not going all the way to Blixby, we're going to stop off where we're going to stop off. He could travel with us, because obviously for safety reasons, two wizards are better than one, obviously. And you could all benefit from, having another wizard around, couldn't we? And Trenor would benefit from us giving protection because there would be, 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, it's sorted. So, Trenor, we would like to formally adopt you as a temporary member of the Investigators.
Thank
Who are
you.
the investigators?
Well, we are the Investigators, that's what we're called. Trenor asked me what our name was, and I thought that was the most
I
appropriate because we investigate.
Did not realize this group had a name.
We certainly
Neither
do.
did I.
Nor did I.
Well, indeed.
But I do not really care. So if you want to call it the investigators, then you call it the investigators if it is important to you.
We are investigating, are we not?
No, we're running from a dragon.
Yes, but the overarching plan for us is to investigate, as we've been asked to by the Mage Council.
Very well.
I kind of just give a look to Dalen of like confusion.
And I'll just shrug back at her.
Let's just make trail. Not good to stay for too much longer.
Yes. So as soon as the sun goes down, we'll start heading out.
Yep.
And are you taking Bernya's suggestion of heading south?
Yeah, why not? Got no other direction specifically to go in until we feel like we should head west.
So you set off heading directly south, using the sun to orient you. And you walk for an hour or two, getting good few miles under your boots. And eventually you begin to see up ahead the end of this rocky, scorched earth, and you see trees.
I never thought I'd be so pleased to see a tree in my life.
Trees are fantastic, aren't they? The properties of trees are really very interesting, depending on what kind of tree they are. Because obviously,
I'm going to stride towards the tree.
Oh, well, yeah. We could just go and investigate properly.
As you were saying that, Trenor would have joined in. And did you know that the tallest trees are like 100 meters tall?
That's amazing. What an interesting fact. I think we should. I think I should write that down. I'll start to write it in one of my books. Not my special book, just one of the other books.
Trees are good for sitting under.
Yes, and you can sit in them, and some of them have fruit that you can eat. Other fruits you can't eat, but generally most trees will produce some kind of fruit because that's how they pollinate to get more trees.
There's just kind of a blank face from Bernia that none of this is really sticking.
That's okay. We can talk again. It's not a problem. We can as many times as you need to get the information that you want into your head.
I've learnt enough.
Okay. Well, we can always take this up again later, so we can do.
Let us get out of the dragon scorched
Oh yes, of
area.
course. Yes. Let us head to the trees and follow Sasha's example. Although she probably should have, waited for the rest of us before just striding off into the unknown. And I'll just take a quick look behind us just to make sure we're not being followed.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Ooh. There are rocks and sky.
Rocks and sky. And they're generally not following us, so we should be fine. If the rocks are following you, then there's a problem.
Was anyone else having a look around, or are you just heading straight for the trees for the safety of them?
I'll take a glance, but I'm focused on getting into the safety.
What I would do is go into the trees and turn around and just to check behind us for a minute.
Okay. You can do that. Make a perception check then.
25.
Okay, you get to the safety of the trees, you turn around, you see aforementioned rocks and sky, but high up in the sky, a long way away, you do see a sort of black moving dot.
Uh-oh.
It's a long way from here.
I see the dragon, but it is a long way away.
Those words, Mastak scurries into the tree line.
It would be best to take shelter under these trees as we move.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it is comforting to you all to finally have some greenery around.
And some cover.
And of course some cover, yeah.
James has gone in welcome out there for a minute.
Faded out of existence there.
Someone cast blur on him. Yeah. So that you would probably suspect, without checks, that you reached the edge of the Red Dragon's territory. Now that there is greenery again.
So if we're going due south, I don't know whose territory that would put us into. Or Monta.
You're not that far south. If you look at sort of the wiggly crossroads between sort of Seti and Contarara, you're probably on a horizontal with the bottom of that.
It's on the website that's...
Do you want me to stick a link in
I've
the
sent Jay a link.
side game? Oh, is this a side game? Or is this other game?
Sent the link. It's fine.
Method sent it to him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you've not come too far west, but you are probably as south as the bottom of that crossroads.
Okay, well...
So yeah, you're nowhere near Guiniani-Anio. It might well be Monta that you're in the territory of now.
Right. I suggested maybe we start moving west. Now we have found the shelter of the trees.
Which of these towns is it that we were headed to?
We are going to Seti.
Okay, I see.
I suggest maybe we head a different route on the way back. I don't want to step foot in Contarara territory again if I can help it.
As our young wizard is gaining in power and strength, maybe one day he'll be able to teleport us places.
Well, quite. I should be able to learn teleport quite soon, I suspect.
That would be very good.
Indeed, it would. I will probably learn that in maybe 4 or 5 years. So quite soon.
So is that a wizard term for quite soon? Quite soon for me would be next week.
No, I don't think it would, next week would be. No, not to learn teleport. I believe that spell would be a little beyond me at this point.
From what I gather, wizards are still looking in their stuffy old tomes even when they're old and grey.
Now that's quite rude, actually.
Yeah.
Wizards and stuffy old tomes. Sasha, you really are quite rude to me sometimes. I am never rude to you. I'm always nice, and yet you constantly say that wizards say bad things about wizards. I'm a helpful person, and I'm a wizard. Treadle is a wizard as well, and he's very helpful too. If it wasn't for us, we'd probably have been eaten. So,
Well, you might have been.
if you don't mind, being rude to me is I don't like it. Please stop.
What I mean is, wizards tend to still be studying their tomes even as they get progressively
Well,
older. It's not
there is-
something that ever stops.
No, quite. Why would you stop learning things? That's a ridiculous thing to do. We should always be learning and investigating and finding out interesting things about the world and the many different dimensions that there are.
But as I said to you before, Mazdak, you can't find out everything you need to know from reading it in books.
Indeed, and I'm out here with you, and my book learning helps quite a lot, I think. Does it not?
In some ways, but in some ways it can also be detrimental.
Yes, and it's I think you're being very mean, and I don't think there's any reason or need for you to be mean to me.
I'm just saying we all have our strengths and we all have our
Yes, but you
weaknesses.
you don't seem to think that I have any strengths. I don't like
Your
it.
magic is your strength.
Well, quite, but you don't seem to like it.
You mustn't forget he's also quite good at making plans.
Thank you.
I just worry that some people rely too much on magic.
Very well.
And some people rely too much on brute strength.
Absolutely well said. So, now that we've cleared that up, but magic is a good thing and can be useful and helpful, perhaps we should all be nice to one another.
I think all the different aspects of people are useful and helpful,
Well, exactly.
especially when you have a combined group who can complement each other.
Exactly. And compliments are much better than insults.
Trust me,
Very
you'd know if I was
nice.
insulting you.
Oh, I did. That's why I spoke up.
If that's the worst you've ever heard in your life, then you do need to get out more.
No, I didn't say it was the worst I'd ever heard in my life. I'm just fed up with you constantly attacking me, and I don't like it. So I had to say something. I'm not very brave, I admit. And sometimes I talk a little too much for some people. But I don't deserve to be picked on.
That was not my intention.
Okay. I'm just stating my position, as it were.
Fair enough.
I'm glad we're all friends again.
Exactly. The investigators should always be friends. I will brute force that name.
I think you've successfully done that.
Yes.
Okay.
So just carry on walking.
Yep.
So you keep on heading west, and eventually you get a sight of the road again as you sort of re-intersect with, well, the intersection. Almost.
Intersecting the intersection.
Hmm.
Funky.
Ernie has been completely tuned out to all of the conversations happened, just been taking in the nature around.
Been very peaceful for you. There are soothing bird song and all sorts.
And
I'm just
Mazda
enjoying the
chatter.
peace.
Very nice in stark comparison to the previous.
Are there, as
You-
we're approaching the road, is there anybody on it?
Make a perception check.
I'll do one of those. Well,
Ooh,
Sure.
16.
10.
Okay. With 16, yes, you can see there is a horse and a cart, and a woman sat sort of on the front of the wagon,
Going away from us or towards us?
going the same way as you.
Okay. Hey, Dalen, look, there's people on the road. A young lady with a cart.
Yes.
Perhaps if we ask nicely, she'll give us a lift.
We could try.
She'll, as we sort of get up towards the road, say, hello.
Oh, hi!
Hello.
What are you guys doing hiding in the bushes?
Well, we just stepped off to camp, and we got a little lost, and we thought, oh, we best get to town. Are you going towards Seti?
I am, yes.
Could we possibly take a lift off you? We would pay, obviously.
I mean, it's a bit weird that you guys are just jumping out of bushes trying to jump on carts.
I completely understand if that's what you don't want to give us a lift. No, that's yes. Some of us are quite large and scary. I do admit. Yes. Sorry if we startled you.
Give me a persuasion check. There's kind of a cuteness factor.
16. I'm quite good at persuasion.
Yeah.
Have a
Well, she sort of looks at Dalen. I suppose there's no harm in taking you along. I've got an empty cart here, so yeah.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Thank you so much. How much gold would you like?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going that way.
Are you sure?
Fine.
Okay, I'll give her a gold piece.
Thank you for your kindness.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. Happy to help some travellers in need.
Appreciate your kindness. And I kind of offer her 3 gold coins.
I said you don't need to pay. I'm going that way.
Insist you're doing us a kindness.
Well, you're the nicest bunch of strangers I've met, I think.
Thank you. I'm Mazdak.
Hi.
Put my hand out. Shake your hand.
Nice to meet you.
Excuse my asking, sister, but what sort of tribute does SETI usually require?
Tribute for SETI. Well, he likes gold, obviously.
Yes.
He's really nice. Just probably go and say hello. Might even be alright. You know, just thank you for allowing me in your town and that sort of thing.
Be a nice change of pace with where we have just been.
Where have you been?
Gondara.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. Just been there myself, actually. Just dropping off a delivery. I transport some goods between towns. Yeah, left this morning. They're in a bit of a fuss.
Probably because we didn't stop to
Yep.
pay our respects.
Don't tell me anything, because if anyone asks me, I don't want to have to lie to them.
And
Just-
as Sasha started saying that, I'd have just given her a kick.
Mazdak's already hopped up into the back of the car.
Yeah, I've found myself a seat.
What business have you got in SETI? You off to see anyone or do anything? I know the city very well, the town.
Oh, do you? Yes, we are. Ooh, hang on. We're looking for High Priest Lendy. Lermy, sorry. Can't read my own writing. Lermy.
It was Lendy originally, I think, but then it got changed to Lermy.
Well, it's Lermy now.
Lermy. Okay. We're going to visit with High Priest Lermy.
Lermy. Well,
If he's in town, obviously.
you might want to call him by his full name,
Oh, which is?
out of respect. He's a very Leminteranax.
Leminteramax. Okay.
You got it first time. Well done.
Leminteramax.
I can give you a spelling of that if you need.
Yes, please.
Leminteranax.
Yeah, I think only his best mates or his closest friends call him by
I
Lermy.
see. I understand. Well, no offence was intended.
The names in these part of the world are interesting.
There you go.
Far
Put
too
it
many
inside.
vowels.
So where is that?
Side games. Or was this other games?
Oh, no.
I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't. I can't see it at all. Oh well. Leminteramax. So, this is very kind of you. Does it take long to get to SETI?
Oh, by horse, it'll take maybe, I don't know, another day or two.
Oh, that's very kind of you. It would take us a lot longer to walk, I suspect.
So what? Maybe I shouldn't ask, but what are you seeing Leminteranax for? He's a very high-profile figure in the city.
Well, we're taking a message from an old friend of his, actually.
That makes sense why you've got the name Lermy.
Yes, that's the name he used. So that's the name I assumed was, well, we assumed was what we were going to be doing. So thank you for your correction.
That's quite all right. I mean, if your name was Lamintaranax, you'd go for a shortened version, wouldn't you?
You know, I think I probably would. What is your name, by the way?
My name's Celery.
Okay. Yep, my brain just completely shut down on that. I was like, what? Awesome. What a pretty name.
Oh, thank you. I won't even try and tell you my full name.
Yes, it may be too difficult for one such as me to pronounce. So thank you for the shortened version of your name. That's very nice. It's very kind of you.
Right. So, she sort of turns over and looks at you, Bernier. What's that on your arm?
Oh,
If you don't mind me asking.
it is a replacement.
Placement.
I lost my arm
That's all right.
a couple of years ago, I think. Just not. It is there to keep me going.
Oh, right. Very interesting.
I do hope in the day that I will be able to find somewhere to get it fixed. It is damaged a little.
Oh, right. Well, trying to think if I know somewhere you might be able to go for that. I think there's a place that deals with all sorts of strange contraptions and things. If I could just find my notes, I could tell you the name of it. But, get out of the way. You. Yeah, you might want to go to Shalondon's Bazaar. I'll also stick that in chat.
Thank you for the recommendation. I will be sure to visit when I can.
Yeah, it's not somewhere I've needed to go, but I know they do weird contraption-y type things that might be able to help you out. So you travel for the rest of the day and make plenty of small talk.
I'll pull out my deck of cards and sort of raise an eyebrow to Bernier and Dalen. Since probably Mazdak is chatting with what's his name? Tremel.
I will join, but I'm afraid I will not be much of an opponent in cards.
Well, that's good. There'll be more money for us then.
I also don't gamble.
What fun is playing cards without gambling? Makes it more adventurous.
I find it odd to put money to chance.
Soldiers tended to do it to keep their morale boosted.
I am aware.
Well, let us play. It will pass the time.
So you play play some cards in the back of this cart. You continue to travel. we can skip this through to a travelling montage, playing cards and stopping and having some rest, and you do indeed end up staying a night and then travelling a couple more hours in the morning. And as you get to Seti and are blinded by the reflection from the sun off the gold of the city, we'll leave it there
Awesome.
for the week. Thank you, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, that was
That was
excellent.
very
Thank you,
good
Martin. That was
Much
really
more fun than being
Thank you,
in.
Martin.
Is that our first prison escape? I feel like it is, but I might be wrong.
It's the first one in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've
Think-
had a prison escape.
The last one we had, Dan ended up setting sail down the river, Titanic theme going.
Yeah, well, that was the bandit camp. I also vaguely remember Fiddy at one point doing a flip
Backflip
outside
out the
of a
window,
tower,
yeah.
like hundreds of feet over a cliff.
Yes, well, yeah, that was really, really good fun. Thank you all
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you, Martin.
Yes, thank you, Martin.
Yes.
That was really good. I really enjoyed that. So we will be back here, obviously, on Tuesday for the resumption of the Helleran Rising campaign. So gird your loins and other bits of your body if you so
Loins,
desire.
you girds.
Get those loins girded. So yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and Monday. Hopefully don't work too hard. And yeah, we will be back here again next week with this campaign. So we'll see what happens in the City of Gold. The City of Gold. So yeah, we will see you then. So all remains is that goodbye.
Bye.